Hey Collective, it's Al and welcome back to the channel. Tonight's video is going to be dedicated towards a specific group of downloads that I got for a specific group of zodiac signs that I thought was rather interesting. And I couldn't help but notice the timing of it, with it being the super flower blood moon going on right now. And so I thought I would get on here and kind of parlay what the downloads were. But in order to do it, I wanted to preface this by saying that as a Cancerian, I am personally experiencing a little bit of a headache, and I'm getting also a little bit of body ache that comes along with such things. So I happened upon looking it up in the internet. I don't know why I speak like a robot, but I looked it up in the internet. And for whatever reason, the last one that really grabbed my attention was back on July 28th, 2018. And the reason that's such a specific date for me that stuck out was because if you guys remember my channel at that time, I almost died during that particular blood moon because I ended up in the hospital and almost ended up like literally croaking. So it was a horrible experience. So what I'm gathering from that and the headache that's coming now is that I'm closing out a big spiritual karmic cycle. And so I couldn't help but want to parlay that to you all to understand that for many Cancerians and Leos in particular, we're in a place right now, a space where we are now shifting. And so you may be experiencing headaches or nausea or a little bit of fatigue, and it has to do with closing out a very harsh karmic cycle for many of us. And for others of you, you may have experienced a very positive karmic cycle in that. So just know that there's a shift occurring, especially right now as this blood moon goes on, and that I just wanted to tell you guys about it because of the downloads that I got. So I've never had downloads that came across to me so vividly like tarot, but it was in that kind of vein and that context that I received these. So let me just preface this by saying that this is specifically for awakened beings who fall under the Cancerian category, the Lion category, the Geminians, the Pisceans, and the Scorpions. And I thought that was very, very powerful that it was those specific five. One day I'll share with you guys how exactly it showed to me, but I'm just going to say this. For the Cancerians, what you are experiencing with this full moon has something to do with moving you away from a mental headspace that has kept you blocked. You feel like you are unable to navigate something right now because you feel a little bit entrapped. And so what I was downloaded was that for you in particular, they are wanting you to focus your energy on experiencing this in a purge setting where you allow the old you, the one that went through the fire, so to speak, to be reborn and to accept the new shift in a way that allows you to move through the stalemate dilemma that you've been in into a place where you allow the universe to bring you a new karmic lesson, a new karmic wheel, if you will. We're reading the tarot, that allows you quick success. But in order to achieve it, you have to move into an empowered state where you allow the universe to openly show you what decision needs to be made, and then do it and just carry it out as though you have no reservation with it. So understand that for you, you're experiencing a massive shift, and so this shift is actually a powerfully good shift for you, but you have to be willing to move out of your headspace and allow the new beginning to come in. Okay? Now, the Leos, Lions out there, you are interestingly internally battling, making a decision that for some reason you feel trapped in making. You feel conflicted in which direction to go with. Maybe you have a lot of options in whatever you're trying to decide, but this moon promises to allow you to not only make the decision, but hear the siren song that the divine is playing for you, and to who to pick and where to go with it. Because the moment that you make this decision, everything that you were afraid of or insecure about will disappear, and it will bring you and everyone involved to an amazingly positive outcome that brings you a lot of financial success and a passionate new beginning in a creative venture that you've been on the fence about. Take the chance is the download that I got. Do it. Trust that divine is coaching you and helping you do it, because both you and the other parties involved somehow have a destiny that are much bigger than what you are worried about. Just take the chance and do it, okay? So just trust the full moon. You're going to feel it. You might be feeling a lot of stress right now and trying to hurry and make the decision. Understand that the divine is just nudging you to move on this because of the fact that the other people involved are not the concern. It's in your head. Okay. Next up, the next download, I wrote everything down. The next download I got related to the Geminians. Now, let me just say this about the Geminians. Y'all have some interesting energy going on, and it has to do with something having to do with home. I don't know if it has something to do with a childhood hurt that you are trying to overcome, or something having to do with emotional landscape, because I know that Geminians are known for being very matter of fact and very, very focused on the detail and about, the wording and so forth, and you're very, very analytical. So understand that whatever is going on has something to do with this full moon, which is going to reveal to you that someone, is how I got it, is revealing to you the possibility of a brand new life, a brand new wonderful home experience, a brand new family experience that alleviates the stresses of past hurts that you have gone through. But it requires you to move out of your mental headspace and out of your fear of being emotionally vulnerable to another person. Just know that if you take this chance, everything you ever wanted as far as family, security, abundance, and all of the stuff that normally goes with such ventures is yours. But you have to be willing to be vulnerable and understand that the other person is going to be receptive to you. But you have to stop ushering it away because you don't want to deal with whatever the childhood hurt is. I don't know if you had something to do with mom or dad where they weren't emotionally most available, or you felt like you needed to be restrained in how you emotionally acted towards others. But just know that whoever this party is meant to help you and that person heal, and that you will heal all of that past by being together. It is your happy ending, so trust it. Don't be on the fence about it. Take the chance, because the other person is waiting for you because you're meant to be. It's almost like a divine counterpart thing. So just know that this moon is going to be really instrumental in making you finally take that leap of faith. Next up was Pisces. Now, Pisces was an interesting download because Pisces had something to do with the fact that you've been in a situation where you feel, this is how it came across, that you feel as though your past opportunities at love were gone, and that now it was just going to be a matter of business and having everything else except the personal dynamic, that you were very happy and comfortable with whatever it is that you are endeavoring, and that it brings you all the emotional fulfillment you need, which is deceitful to yourself apparently, and something that you should move away from, because someone has come into your life, or that you are aware of someone who has triggered your heart back into motion. And the divine universe is wanting me to tell you, Pisceans, that these people, this person in particular, whoever you are, is designed to be your counterpart because they saved the best for last. You're an incredibly powerful Piscean who carries a lot of burden with them, a lot of responsibility. But what you don't know is that though you feel like you have to let go of all of it, understand that this person, whoever has gotten you to realize that there's more that you can still have in this world, is designed to help you with the burden, and that they are meant to help you come back to life with that whole love thing. They are meant to be with you because they were designed to be your partner. Isn't that amazing? It's so sweet. And last but not least, Scorpios. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Scorpio. Y'all know that I'm Cancer, and I'm with the Leo rising, so this kind of affects me. But the Scorpion thing, y'all have some interesting energy. So we know that you guys are known as the zodiac test, right? Like you're here to prove yourself to the divine and so forth. But you apparently are holding a secret, something that you are avoiding telling someone else. Because if you do, it reveals something personal about you, and that you have to understand that you have to cross this threshold in order to get what you truly want, which again seems to be a person. And if I was reading the tarot, because it showed to me, this one showed to me an actual tarot card. It was the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups together. And it was in this part where the download came in, and it was about you having to speak your truth to one person, revealing something about yourself that now allows you to really go after this other party. The Queen of Cups is how it came across, so that would be Cancer typically. But what you are avoiding by not saying this truth is your actual wish fulfillment. Everything you've ever wanted. And you know this, which was interesting because the download was very clear. You already suspect that this person is your divine counterpart. But for whatever reason, you are attached to something that is not healthy for you because you are no longer interested in that venture. Now, I'm not saying it's business. It might be personal because of the fact that this other person is like a dream. It's like something that you wanted. And so I'm supposed to tell you, Scorpions, trust your instinct on this. Tell and speak your, or not tell your truth, speak your truth and allow the universe to bring you immediately to this person. It's going to take a little bit of bravery, but that's why you're a Scorpio. And understand that if it is a Cancer, if it's someone like me, then they're going to be receptive too. But it wasn't inferred, it didn't infer me. It seems like you guys are on a crossroad where you have to make a choice and the decision is already known to you and you're just hiding from yourself because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or you don't want to betray a friendship. I don't know. I didn't get into the details. But just know that this full moon is going to push you to just finally speak the truth, let that go, and immediately make your way to this other party who's waiting for you, apparently. Although I don't know if there's conscious because the download wasn't very clear. But as you can see, guys, this full moon is really powerful. It completes a lot of karmic cycles, especially if you're spiritually awakened. And it's nudging all of us to make the leap of faith, to start these new beginnings, because we're getting like almost a reset on top of a reset. So know that you're going to feel it physically. You're going to either, if you're a Cancer, you're going to feel it like headaches, and you're going to feel emotionally a little bit off at times, and you may be a little disconnected from the people around you. But know that that's normal because you're purging and you're making way for this new endeavor, this new life. Because you're in particular, our karmic cycle was really, really hard. Us and Capricorns had a really tough past 3 years. Now, having said that, Leos, the Lions, you guys are in your head. So whatever this decision is that you're avoiding making because you feel like it's going to have a negative impact on whatever XYZ it is, understand that the truth is the complete opposite. And the pull that you're feeling and the stress that you're feeling isn't actually real. It's in your head because the divine is adding energetic pressure to you to do this because everything that you've ever wanted is involved with this other party. Whatever you're doing is stuck at something, and this other thing, what you're concerned about, is actually going to open it up to make you have all of your finances taken care of. A whole new world opens up to you by doing this. And again, you Geminians, whoever this party is, I don't know who it is because I'm dying to know. I wanted to read the tarot, but they told me because my signal's jammed that I shouldn't. And plus, I work with the divine, and the divine's doesn't really care actually, because it's a great tool to get people into spirituality. But just they told me that specifically my guides were like, Al, don't do it right now because you're just going to be a little wonky. So just do it, the download, and just it'll make sense. So for you Geminians, whoever this person is, ooh, I guess it's a southern boy or girl. Ooh, maybe it's a boy. Ooh, this could be interesting. Anyway, bygones. Whatever this is about, just know that you, for whatever reason, are not emotionally the most available party, possibly. And so your concern is opening yourself up as far as your heart to another person. But the moment that you do, and that you take this chance, everything you ever wanted, that whole dream home that you have or will have, comes together because this person and you are meant to interlock and change whatever the dynamic is. You will have a brand new family dynamic. You will have every old wound that comes from childhood or past relationships will immediately heal because you guys are coming together as meant to be at the right time. Okay. And then there's Pisces. Pisces, I totally relate with this one because I've totally been a celibate person myself while I've been on spiritual mission, so I totally get how nerve-wracking this can be. But if it's true that someone has come into your life, or you have become aware of someone who makes you come back to life, that it's not accidental. The divine is handing you this as saving the best for last. The divine wants you to take this opportunity and understand that this person will make any burden you have or any responsibility you have to other things kind of fade away, because they're meant to be your lifelong partner. This is it. This is your eternal happiness, and this person and you think alike. So take the leap of faith. Do it, because the divine's really was really big about just tell Pisces that this is the one. So I don't know who you are, but congratulations. Okay. And last but not least, Scorpio. You and I'm a Cancer, I have my claws, and Scorpions have your tail. Understand that you have the ability to pass venom, but when you speak your truth and you are earnest in whatever this is about, that the other person will be okay. What you're having to do now is speak it so that you can relinquish whatever the burden is, so as to pursue whatever it is that has gotten your attention, that makes your heart really understand that that's the right choice for you. Everyone will be okay, but you have to be willing to do it and understand that sometimes going into the unknown is the best course of action, especially when everything around you is unknown. But by hiding from your own truth, whatever that may be, you're avoiding your eternal happiness, and you're avoiding the opportunity to truly have what you want. This, whatever this was specifically phrased as, this is your own wish fulfillment, emotionally, physically, and mentally. This person and you will be happy together. If it's a person, if it's a venture, or whatever it is, it ends up being exactly what you want. But you're caught in a situation where you are more concerned about someone else than you are about your own truth, or you're more concerned with what the repercussions will be for you speaking your truth, and understand that the divine doesn't want that for you. The greatest burdens that all of us can carry is the inability to speak our truth and live our life. And so if we're afraid to move forward and say things or do things that make us fully fulfilled, then we can never really blame anyone else for being unhappy. And that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful blood moon. It's a really powerful night. I hope you guys make your affirmations and put your manifestations are for this new cycle. We are ending a very tough karmic cycle, and just understand that you guys are being given opportunities to really have whatever it is that you're after. I hope that this video finds you well. If you were drawn to this, then it speaks to you if you're in those categories. For those of you who are curious about what my tarot reading would look like, just know that I will be doing a follow-up video for tomorrow at some point, where I pull the cards for each of the zodiac signs, because I'm actually showing what it would be like in a simulation for statistical probability, and how that plays into spirituality and bringing people into the fold for the divine universe. So that should be a fun one tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys with that wonderful message, and I hope you guys find it well. I hope it guided you well. I don't know why the download came to me that way, but I'm assuming it's because people on my vibration are at a very big crossroads, and there are things that are now being handed to all of us that I'm supposed to tell you about. I hope you guys have a great night.